Welcome back everyone to another episode of Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill and today we're discussing the much anticipated Air Jordan 12s in the cherry colorway. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Today we will be discussing an OG colorway that we haven't seen for some time now, but these are the Air Jordan 12 cherries. We'll go through the overview of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I styled this classic colorway. Then we'll conclude with how these are currently doing on the resale market. Let's jump right into it. So a lot of people were asking, when are you putting up the Cherry 12 video? And of course, I've decided to put this up on its official release day. So this is definitely a very iconic sneaker as far as the color scheme goes. So this originally released back in 1997. We have seen many moments of Jordan playing in these in this specific colorway. Tinker Hatfield, of course, got lots of different inspiration specifically from Japan, and the cherry tone is actually to celebrate the Japanese flag, and so it's got that beautiful cherry colorway. I will say, as far as quality goes, these are impeccable. I think that Jordan brand really nailed it with the tumbled white leather, which you see on the upper here, and this kind of python reptilian material is in a nice leather, but I do love that they really killed it this time around with the tone of red. Red typically, when it's intermixed with white, can often bleed as well, and I don't see really any quality control issues on my pair, so hopefully if you did snag a pair of these, you didn't have any of those issues as well. As far as the laces go, we've got the nice kind of spaghetti string laces in white, and then that tumbled leather that you saw on the toe box actually works its way to the entire upper of the tongue, and then we've got a nicely embroidered Jumpman logo in black with the 23 also embroidered perfectly on top of that white tumbled leather. Let's take a look at those details, then move along to the side paneling. As we wrap around to the medial and lateral side, we're getting that same dual combination of color schemes, the white and cherry red tone. So again, we're getting that nice python pattern, and then this rising sun effect here on the tumbled white leather. Also some nice little key details on the side here for the eyelets. We are getting these nice metallic silver eyelets with the Jumpman logo on top. As we wrap around to the back, we have a pull tab, which is in a couple different color variations. So we've got black, red, and gray, and then we do have the Jumpman logo also in red. The interior is a simple just black tone with a hint of that cherry red, and then as we wrap around to the lateral side of the sneaker, we are getting that same exact color combination as we saw on the medial. This time around we are seeing Jordan on the side paneling. wrapping around and working our way to the back of the heel here, we're seeing 23 in white. And then we've got this really nice kind of gummy effect with this translucent red midsole, which works its way to the bottom of that outsole. And then we've got the black and white color combination intermixed in between that. As far as the box goes, they did decide to go with a really just vintage authentic box. So again, the last time we actually saw this exact color scheme on the 12 was back in 2009. So I can see for those of you who are OG collectors, this was definitely a color scheme that you probably had to snag a pair of just because it's been so long since we've seen it. So super excited to have these in hand to unbox for you, just because this again is something that is part of Jordan's history, and again, just a solid colorway all around. Let's take a look at those last and final details and then jump into size and fit. So as far as size and fit goes, I would say stick true to size in these. I do have high arch and narrow feet, so do take that into consideration when deciding on what size range works best for you. All right, so as far as styling goes, I did have a lot of different color variations that I wanted to intermix with this red tone. So for the first look, I dressed it up a bit with a nice maxi long sleeve dress and a very similar red hue. This is definitely not a very orangey red, which is why I think I like it so much. It's a little bit deeper and darker. So I definitely wanted to pair a red dress to give it a nice authentic dressy feel. Then for the second look, I decided to go with a nice red sweater wrapped around my shoulders over a black tank with some nice plaid pants that had different intermixes of brown hues, khaki hues, and black hues. Definitely feel like khaki tones really work very well with white and red together. And then for the last and final look, I decided to wear a white button-down long sleeve shirt with some nice metal details on it. And then I wore a maxi skirt with a nice simple black satin material. All right, so now let's conclude with how these are currently doing on the resale market. So these retail for $210 and they are currently on the resale market going for $210 to $250. All right, so congrats to anybody who's able to cop a pair of these. Again, I do think that this was a really high quality sneaker, especially since it was a higher price point of $210. Definitely feel like you got at least some good quality materials used throughout this for that high price point. All right, that's it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. My name is Marissa Hill. This is Shea TV. We'll catch you on the next episode.